This is a resolution recognizing CAPSLO for 60 years of service to the County of San Luis Obispo. Whereas the Community Action Partnership of San Luis Obispo County, CAPSLO, was established by congressional decree and subsequently by the County of San Luis Obispo Board of Supervisors on December 9th, 1965 as the county's official community action agency. And whereas for 60 years, CAPSLO, a private nonprofit, has been steadfast in its mission to eliminate the causes of poverty by empowering low-income individuals and families with opportunities necessary for stability, self-sufficiency, and economic independence through a comprehensive array of community-based programs. And whereas CAPSLO has been instrumental in delivering and supporting vital community programs that strengthen San Luis Obispo County, including Early Head Start, Migrant and Seasonal Head Start, Child Care Resource Connection, energy conservation, weatherization services, comprehensive health services, homeless shelter and support services, adult day services, parent education, child abuse prevention services, and supportive services for veterans and families. And whereas, as an independent and collaborative organization, CAPSLO annually serves over 29,000 people experiencing poverty through vital partnerships with dedicated volunteers, county and city government, and the private sector. And whereas, for 60 remarkable years, CAPSLO has been a beacon of hope and a catalyst for positive change in San Luis Obispo County, helping countless individuals and families build better lives and fostering a stronger, more resilient community for all of us. Now, therefore, be it resolved and ordered that the Board of Supervisors of the County of San Luis Obispo, State of California, does hereby recognize and commend CAPSLO for its 60th anniversary and its unwavering commitment to helping people and changing lives in San Luis Obispo County. We extend our sincere gratitude to the staff, volunteers, and partners and supporters who have contributed to CAPSLO's enduring success and its profound impact on our community over the past 6 years. Thank you for your contribution to our community.
Well, good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. Thank you so much. And it is this team that's here representing 1,036 employees of the Community Action Partnership of San Luis Obispo. I'm so pleased to be here to have this proclamation from you, our Board of Supervisors, recognizing the service for 60 years. It's a lot of years. And we also thank your predecessors. You know, I've worked for many years with all the different boards, but the first board back in '65 that incorporated this nonprofit organization to serve the needs of the poor, which was the words at that time. We now are CAPSLO, as you know, and you helped us make that change in 2009. We do serve about between 28 and 30,000 every year. The employee numbers have gone back up since COVID. We've all made it through COVID. CAPSLO appreciates our collaborative work with volunteers, nonprofits, local city governments, San Luis Obispo County, service groups, the faith community, and the state and federal governments also for funding dollars to meet our local collaborative needs. As I said, we have staff from a variety of programs. We serve from the pregnant mom, the infants and toddlers, all the way to our adult seniors who have Alzheimer's or dementia. We have clinics, we have construction crews, teachers, and then we have our little admin team that's in the middle of the bicycle wheel. Mm-hmm. Thanks to you, each of you individually, and our county departments, our new CAO, who's going to go on a tour this summer with us. All your departments and you, we thank you for your support and guidance through these many years of service. We'll continue to advocate on behalf of the low-income community, offer quality program services, and we will continue to affect institutional change. We work every day to fulfill the Community Action Promise, and Jimmy knows what that is. I'm just going to read, it's very short. The promise of community action, and there are 1,000 of us still across this nation, covering 99% of the counties. Community action changes people's lives, embodies a spirit of hope, improves communities, and makes America a better place to live. We care about the entire community, and we are dedicated to helping people help themselves and each other. Thank you all for this proclamation.
Yeah. Yeah, Devin Drake. And anybody else that'd like to come forward, please do. Public service, go ahead.
Madam Chair, members of the board, good morning. I'm Devin Drake, Director of Social Services. I want to congratulate CAPSLO on their 60 years in service. As Supervisor Paulding was reading the resolution and he listed all their services, it all intertwines with social services, and they have been a huge partner. We are so grateful for all that they do. It was great seeing all the staff up here because I typically don't see the staff, but I am grateful for the leadership that's there and the leadership that I work with. They are always willing to help us out in some of the ideas that we have, and we're trying, to mention prevention for children. They were right there, and even though we had to cut back on that a little bit this year, we're looking for other ways to bolster it back up. They're always willing to serve with us and help the community, and they're a huge support. So I just want to congratulate them on 60 years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Board, and CAPSLO, all of you public servants, Biz. I want to also congratulate them on their 60 years of service to our community. And what I particularly appreciate about your work and your effort is that it's a force multiplier to really protect our community. I've been a long believer in the fact that the more services we provide to people in vulnerable communities, particularly children, from the moment they're born, or even a young mom that is pregnant that needs support from the womb to adulthood, the services that you provide help ensure that our vulnerable communities have the resources they need that help direct them onto the right path so that they're not as likely statistically to end up in the justice system. And so I firmly believe that, Biz, due to your work and the work of all of your colleagues here in our community with CAPSLO, we are a safer community because of the net impact of the collective work that we do to support those that are more vulnerable in our community. So my hat goes off to all of you, and I want to thank you. And I hope to be around for another 60 years when we celebrate again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, board members, good morning. Robert Reyes, Chief Probation Officer. Also want to extend my congratulations to CAPSLO for 60 years. We've had a long partnership with our youth that are in our juvenile justice system, and have always appreciated the collaboration and really the shared vision of wanting to improve lives and really giving our young people that runway for that opportunity to be successful. So again, congratulations to Biz and her staff, and hopeful of our continued collaboration. So thank you.
Thank you. Any further public comment? Seeing none, I'll close public comment and bring it back to the board. Supervisor Paulding?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just want to again recognize all the hard work of the staff. I had the honor and pleasure of serving on the CAPSLO board for a couple years, and I saw firsthand how hard you work. Really appreciate that. I would characterize your organization as one that steps up in the moment of need. And so we see that in your programs. You provide programs to not only children and families, but to homeless and veterans and seniors. The list goes on. And so really appreciate the service that you provide to our community and other counties, and happy that we could recognize your 60-year anniversary. Thank you.
Supervisor Pashon?
Yeah, I just want to thank you again for your 60 years. I was 3 years old when you were founded, so I will not be around in 60 years to celebrate your 120th. But you said it best when you said that we like to help people help themselves. I think that's tremendous, and I really do appreciate all you do in my district. You've done a tremendous job to helping people that are less fortunate. I also think that with your staff, you need to put together a football team. Because you've got some pretty tough players there. So thank you.
Supervisor Gibson?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hats off to all of CAPSLO staff. The services you provide touch so many lives and so many facets of so many lives. I think it's really fitting to go back in time to that founding, which was a time in our country of incredible turmoil. And the founding of your predecessor, which I believe is the Economic Opportunity Commissions, was an extraordinary action of hope in a rather dark time in our country's history. And to see it continue down, ripple forward into another time of considerable turmoil in our country, and know that you're still there providing those services gives me hope that there is some consistency, some sense of duty to our fellow human beings. And I thank you all for what you do every day to keep that sense of hope alive.
Yeah. Supervisor Moreno.
And I echo my colleagues' comments, and I also appreciate the partnership and the working together you do with Five Cities Homeless Coalition and with ECHO. I think it's so important, and to see how all of you have come together, and you've been a big part of that. So thank you for your cooperation, and all your service.
Yeah, well, happy birthday to the people who are really on the front lines. You all are seeing things directly on the impacts of some policies and bad decisions and situations out of people's control, and to be there for them and to catch them and to help them put their lives back together is such an important, critical role that we just couldn't do without in the county. So, thank you to each of you. And I think that this is the time where you're going to be put to work again. And so we really appreciate your collaboration in these coming months and years. So thank you. Okay. All right. That'll give us.